Hello everyone and welcome back to another Moto vlog. I think it's the hottest day of the year so far today, so I've kind of skived off work. As soon as I work for myself I can kind of skive off any time, but it just means I'll have to catch up later on this week. But I had a nice day. ACF 15 my bike, which is like a thin grease, like an oily grease that you put over everything to kind of stop it from stop corrosion. Not that it matters so much this time of year, but it also shines up all the black paintwork and the black plastics nicely, so it all looks nice and sparkly next to all the polished paintwork. Oh, someone else with a camera. Another one with a camera. It's gonna be a bit annoying though, because it's like a greasy film. It attracts all sorts of dust and sand and whatever. So my bike was clean. It's probably not going to be, even though it's bone dry out here. It's going to be covered in dust again. Speed limited to help protect the environment, of course. As if one super fast fibre broadband van limited to 60 miles per hour as opposed to 70 is going to save the world and protect the polar bears. I don't really understand all these green movements that have absolutely no effect on the environment whatsoever, but they just kind of just feel good regulations. Anyway, today's mission, I'm going to head out towards CMC, Chesterfield Motorcycles, or Chesterfield Motorcycle Centre, whatever it's known as, CMC anyway. I'm going to look for some summer gloves. I've been riding for 2 years, over 2 summers now, and I've always had these like standard like tourer style motorcycle gloves. They don't exactly fit in with the style of my bike, so I'm going to look for some nice like leather retro style gloves, I think. So we'll head over there and see what we can find, because my hands get absolutely wet through in these things, especially when sun starts shining like today. That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? But for all you guys who are wondering what my bike looks like, as opposed to this top-down view where you can just about see the handlebars, I've just recorded a few clips to make a video of my bike, very similar to those real-life custom cars videos that I did, or that I've been doing recently on my channel. So I don't know whether that'll be posted before or after this moto vlog, but that's something you can look out for if you want to see what my bike looks like. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Someone had a bump there. There's all sorts of broken glass and plastic. I did try and do some drive-by shots as well, but I didn't really want to leave my phone and my camera hanging around. I'm on this quiet like country lane, but it was about 3 o'clock or so when school was kicking out, so I could see a lot of school kids like wandering up the road. They were you know, well into distance, but I could just imagine me messing about driving past my camera and then busy turning around and someone nabs all my gear. So I managed to get a little clip that looks alright, because I want to know what I look like riding my bike. It's got this obviously this bobber seat on it, and I'm sat really low down and my feet are out in front, so I want to know how cool I look. Although I really do fancy a retro style helmet with goggles, but I think the safety aspect of a full face, you know, a modern full face helmet's you know, putting me off from buying anything else. Plus, when those bugs come flying at you, these inch-sized bugs, and they splat against your visor, I can only imagine what that feels like when it hits your teeth or your nose. So my helmet is another thing that doesn't really fit into the theme of my bike, but what can you do? my leather jacket and my biker jeans do at least, and my boots. Got an old Lewis Leathers jacket that was handed down from Laura's dad, and it used to be Laura's dad's, Laura's uncle. So I think this jacket is about the same age as me, actually. Lewis Leathers is a big name in the biker scene, especially now with all the old cafe racers. And then I've got my biker jeans, which are Kevlar lined and got a bit of padding in them. Safety first. When it gets to this time of year, you see all nutcases riding around in t-shirts and shorts. You can only imagine what the road rash looks like if they have an accident anything above 5 miles an hour. Tunnel! Just a thought, actually, I don't know how much petrol I've got. One thing I do wish my bike had was a fuel gauge. As it stands, I've just got to guess how much fuel I've got. And then once it's died altogether, I just have to try and pull over and turn the fuel tap to reserve, which is not the most practical of solutions. I can understand why someone developed an electronic fuel gauge. Ah! There's a bug inside my helmet! Get out! Get out! Ah! That's another reason why I like my modern helmet with visor. I can't imagine what it's like trying to breathe with an open face helmet. As soon as you pop this visor open, it's like having a blast of wind down your throat. It takes your breath away. Who needs radios? Oh, Porsche. Nice colour scheme. Oh. I can't remember where to go. I've not I've not been to CMC for that long. You know what? I can't bother. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to go exploring instead. I thought it was a lot closer than what it was. But I thought about it, I could have gone to SMC, the Sheffield Motorcycle Centre, which is a lot closer since I live in Sheffield. Which is another thing that fascinates me, actually. Every time I post one of these videos, even though only like 1% of my subscribers watch my videos these days, someone always recognises exactly where in the world I am. So I'll have to make sure I don't start recording until I'm well away from my house instead of getting any stalkers. So anyone recognise this road? Who lives there? Do you live there? Do you live on Dutheridge Close? So my hands are just going to have to stay sweaty for today. I'll go and get some gloves another day. It's the sort of thing you can't really order online because you need to go and try it on and get a nice fit. One thing that does my head in with gloves is when they make them for like people with like 8-inch long fingers. Oh, can't be doing with sat in traffic in this weather. I mean, it's not particularly warm. Well, it's warm, it's nice, but it's not exactly like sweltering. It's the hottest day of the year so far. I'm hoping there's going to be plenty more. But this is probably like a midwinter's day in a Mediterranean climate. I think it's probably like 20 degrees if max. I think it was forecast 15 degrees. But when you're wearing black leather jacket, a black helmet, and black gloves, black jeans, it absorbs a bit of heat when you stood still. Traffic lights. Oh, these temporary traffic lights. I don't know who does the timing on these things. It's down for like 15 minutes longer than they need to. I could have scooted down to the front, but it's quite a narrow road, and knowing my luck, there'll be something coming in the other direction. if these change before I get through, I'll scream. Well, actually, I probably would have just gone through on red anyway. You've got like I said, about 15 minutes safety until they actually allow the people in the other direction to come through. Let's go left. I know this bit of road now. I've been on it for the last 3 videos. Going with some horses. Let's try not scaring these to death. Oh, by the way, I got some new arrows today, so I'll have to do another archery video sometime soon. It's a set of medieval and handmade medieval arrows with white hen and grey cock feathers with self-knocked and what's the windy stuff called that they have on them. But they look pretty cool, pretty authentic. So I'll have to do some maybe. So I'm thinking of doing some slow motion photography, slow motion archery with the iPhone, the slow motion mode on it, to show off the Archer's Paradox. Because well, anyone who's seen the movie Brave will have seen they did a pretty good representation of the Archer's Paradox. It's when the arrow actually bends around the bow and then swims through the air like a fish. Which is pretty cool to see in slow motion. Right, so mission was unsuccessful. I didn't bother going all the way out to buy myself some new gloves. I think what I'll do is I'll look online at the sort of style I want, because to be honest I don't really know. I want them to be you know, offer enough protection in the event of an accident, but I want to look pretty cool as well. So I'll look for some inspiration online, then maybe go another day when I've got more time. Because it's getting to dinner time. I'm getting hungry. So before you all follow me back to my house, when you all recognise where I am in the world, I'll end this video. So thanks once again for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little moto vlog of my random little journey around the roads of South Yorkshire and Derbyshire. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.